It's good to be with you today. Just want to share one quick announcement before we begin. On the 8th of September, we're going to have our Rally Sunday, that big Sunday of the year where we all come back together, where Sunday school begins. And this year we're going to have a nice Rally Sunday. We're spelling it S-U-N-D-A-E. And we're going to celebrate all things ice cream. So we invite you to put that on your calendar and be here for that Sunday morning and for treats afterwards. And so we continue to be in the book of Ephesians, where Paul is creating the church. He's telling us how to be a community of the faithful. And you might remember, we began by having these spiritual teachings. And then last week we had a therefore. The therefore. He's taking those spiritual teachings into practical applications for the community. This coming week we're going to still be in the therefore. The practical applications. How to take those spiritual teachings, those understandings of what God is, and live those out in a real life. And this week, Paul has basically two items on his mind. One is the words of your mouth and the work of your hands. So the words of your mouth. Paul implores us to be a community of the faith, to speak honestly, to speak the truth, to not shade things, right? To be open with one another. But we also know that when it comes to the midst of disagreements, truth goes out the window. Or we misunderstand truth, right? Your opinions are not truth. They're your opinions. My opinions are not truth. They're my opinions. But we can speak honestly with one another. We can share our opinions with one another without getting angry. And Paul talks to us about being angry. Don't go to bed angry. Anger is okay, right? Unless anger is lived out against another. Okay? Second, he tells us to be useful with your hands. Right? To be productive. That you're made for one another. Not only the words of your mouth, but what you do with your hands, what your activities are also made for one another. So watch the selfishness of what your hands and your feet do. So my question, I guess, is how often do you check what comes out of your mouth? Do you understand what truth is and what truth is not? Do you have troubles being honest with one another? You know, we take upon ourselves this virtue we call Iowa nice. When you get down to it, Iowa nice is not always that nice. We're just hiding things from one another. And so what can you do with your hands that are going to be more productive to this community of faith? So we'll see you soon. Take care.